Clerics, kind of a big deal. We've got them in Neon Odyssey. What is your version of that?
Yeah, so we do have gods in the Neon Odyssey setting, but we wanted to make sure that the Oracle, which is our version of the Cleric, wasn't only connected to getting their powers from gods. So we went much broader, where these are spellcasters who are communing with the various forces of the cosmos. They're calling upon cosmic powers, directly communicating with them, and they are getting their powers with the beings or entities or powers that they are directly reaching out to. And so the classic one that is the most cleric-esque, that is the Stargazer. They're looking to the stars of Agathos, either getting visions or signs from the gods, or perhaps directly communicating with the gods or their servants. And they are able to get that astral power to get insight, vision, and a little bit of divination flavor there. And then another classic fantasy that we wanted to hit is the Void Caller, almost the antithesis. They're reaching beyond the stars and they're calling to the abyssal void and pulling creatures out, these gibbering aberrations that look a little tentacly, we'll say. And they can warp and change their minion that they call and rip out of the portal of the void to serve their enigmatic goals.
The next one is the Harmonious, and this is the oracle that communes with the harmony itself, channeling both the vital and the somber sides of this realm and just essence of life power. Of all of our harmony subclasses, this one is the most in tune with the harmony itself and being able to connect and sort of guide its flow directly, both to sort of channel vital life into their allies and to be able to reap with somber energy from their enemies. Our final oracle subclass is the Dreamer.
That's my favorite.
The oracle is really about reaching out into the galaxy and kind of finding powers from these different realms of reality. And we couldn't not have one tied to Arcadia with all of that wonderful video game flavor. And so the Dreamer is able to basically dream up these figments of imagination, make dreams into reality, send their little figment to their buddies to be able to help them along and help them in combat. It's really about whimsy. There's a conjuration element. There's some fun, whimsical colors and illusions that come with this. And so you get all that fun retro video game flavor with this one.
It's imagination.
One of the staple things for fantasy D&D is turn undead, right? And we have undead in our setting. They're called the Silent. They are the result of people who have been severed and cut off from the harmony, so their life energy can't return to the source, and they become silent, undead. While we have that, it's not as prevalent a thing necessarily. So we wanted to make sure that our Oracle gameplay isn't just sort of cutting the legs out from under you if you want to do that and being like, oh well, I never fight any undead, so this isn't helpful, is it? So what we have is the Rebuke Anathema is our version of Turn Undead, and we give you a list of creature types, and they're sort of cosmically coded creature types. And you can pick one, and that's the creature type that you can functionally turn.
Okay, that's fantastic.
In our streaming campaign, Voidbound, we have a character who rebukes aberrations, so creatures from the abyssal void.
Very on theme and makes a lot of sense. Yeah. I would argue aberrations are the undead of space in the sense of that's the terror.
Yeah.
Right?
A lot of times, sort of traditionally, they do hit that similar kind of thematic niche. Aberrations are very much the alien, but not alien from another planet, because in a galactic spacefaring society,
Everyone is.
Alien is, everyone is, and you're used to it. It's like, we're on a new world, there's weird stuff here. You probably call it alien just because that's an easy word to go to, but it's not unsettling the way something from outside the galaxy is, and that's what aberrations are. They are from beyond the bounds of galactic reality.
Yeah, let's dive into the subclasses.
Yeah, so I think our first kind of, the most foundational and the one people will think of when they think of their fantasy clerics and kind of look for that analog is going to be the Stargazer. So the Stargazer Oracle, they're the ones who look to the stars of Agathos, the realm of the gods, and the barrier that surrounds the galaxy and protects it from the abyssal void outside of it. So they're going to look at the constellations, see the course of destiny and fate, draw upon that for their magic, and they form a connection to one of the 4 triads of Agathos. There are 12 gods of Agathos, broken into groups of 3, called triads, 4 of them 12 divided by 3, blah, blah, blah. So you pick one of the 4 triads, and then you get some extra fun benefits based on the themes of that triad that flavor your power.
That's a lot of choices.
It is, yes. Now, there was a time where we were thinking, should we give you choices for every single god? And it's like, that's 12 options. We can't do that.
But this is a very customizable subclass.
Yeah, it is very flexible because you do get 4, right? You can pick one of the 4 triads. So as a for instance, if you are a stargazer of the Beacon triad, Beacon is all about the energy and sort of passion of individuals and people, and it contains the deities of war and competition, battle, of light and beauty and passion, of celebration and joy. And so if you are a follower of the Beacon triad, when you use your cosmic conduit, you create a sort of a star field around you, this starry aura, and then you will be able to cleanse things like the frightened condition from your allies.
And as you grow more and more powerful, how does that manifest?
Your later features will give you the ability to sort of take some of those benefits that you get from that aura that you can create every now and then add it to other things. And your topmost abilities will just give you just kind of a massive new feature. And all of those will be flavored to your triad.
Okay. What's the next subclass? What we got?
Yeah, so the next subclass in the Outrunner's Handbook is the Harmonious. This is another one of our subclasses that ties into the harmony and can get a little knight or consular-ish.
Yeah. Perfect.
Or sorceress.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they, like both the Arbiter Enforcer and the Symmetric Disciple, they connect to the harmony, and they're going to have this concept of being able to shift their balance between the 2 sides of the harmony, the vital and the somber. Take, for instance, every Oracle subclass gives you a list of subclass spells that you always have prepared and really feed into your theme and focus the flavor and effect of your magic. So this one, you will have 2 subclass spell lists, and it will change depending on what your balance is.
Oh.
So, and then given the way some of these mechanics work is you'll have ways to change your balance on the fly. You'll pick it for the day, like where do you want to start? But then you'll have means to sort of flip back and forth. And so you might actually be able to change what spells you have access to kind of in an emergency.
So is that kind of like going between like the darkness and the light
A little bit.
sense?
A little bit,
yeah. On the fly and
yeah, going from culling, death, end of life to burgeoning life to flourishing life.
And then we've got 2 more subclasses in Overdrive.
Yeah, in the Overdrive expansion, we have got the Dreamer, which is our Arcadian oracle.
Okay.
So they're oracles that connect to Arcadia, the realm of imagination and video games. They create sort of a dream mote. And it can look like whatever they want. It could look like a little fairy creature that, hey, listen. It could look like a particle effect that sort of flits around whoever they gift this mote to. And they can give it to themselves, or they can give it to an ally. And when they give it to an ally, not only does the ally get the effects of the dream mote, but then they themselves get an extra benefit that they wouldn't get if they kept the mote for themselves.
Oh, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, so they're all about sort of inspiration and fostering that feeling of imagination and sort of buoying them up and overcoming things.
And as you level up, what are some of the key abilities?
Yeah, so they'll be able to conjure creatures from Arcadia, so conjuring digital video game flavored beings. So imagine summoning space invaders to help fight your enemies.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so they're a little bit of a conjuration themed oracle.
And those conjurations, I assume, get more powerful as time goes on.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and a little bit more ludicrous,
Oh,
perhaps.
yeah. Yep.
And then we got one more.
We have one more. We have the Void Caller. So this is our oracle where you reach beyond the galaxy and you have forged a connection with the abyssal void and the creatures that dwell there known as the deep, the aberrations. So the biggest thing they do, their sort of their foundational feature is they not only have this connection to the abyssal void and the deep, the creatures there, they can draw one of them into this reality. So they can manifest a little void companion and they get to pick sort of the flavor of their void companion every time they summon it, and it creates a different effect equipped based on the companion type when it appears, and then it has different capabilities. Like there will be a sort of a ranged attacker, there will be kind of a aberrant crab buddy, sort of tanky defender type.
Woo!
Yeah.
This is the creepy cleric.
Oh, very creepy. Their oracle that sort of leans into the cryptist warlock vibe.
This makes me think of Alien Covenant with David.
Yes, absolutely.
Getting into a little xenobiology.
Yep.
So there's a lot of ways you can play that.
Yeah, and being able to like communicate and have an understanding with the bizarre alien creature.
So if you ever want to train your aliens,
That's a good pool. That's a good
yeah.
pool.